Well, good evening. It's Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. And I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, dream sculptor, and published author with my books available at amazon.com/author/Robert A. Wilson and How Did I Teach Myself Fear.com. And my books are available at mycowboywisdom.com. And tonight I want to talk about something I expanded into this week, actually. How is to know to be reactive and to understand as a proactive and expand through life. And as I open up to this, and I call it I Thrive of Life. But what I'm really opening up myself up to here, the more I know, the more I stay the same. And that is something I've really been focused on and paying attention, but I pay attention to within myself. And what I'm really expanded on myself is when I know something, I'm unwilling to listen to the new. And that's something I really pay attention to now. Is when somebody is talking to me, am I paying attention to it? Or am I trying to one-up them or be in competition with them? To understand liberates you from competition. But it's really to understand your own inner self and how you do that. But it really goes, I now realize those that think they know are reactive to life. People that understand life are proactive and expand through life because we listen internally, feeling energizing energy within ourselves. And that is something that really starting to expand. But as I've looked through myself and looked into myself on this, I used to think I had to know everything, be right on everything. Now it's easier and more enlightening to listen to what other people say and see what they say and how it expands me rather than being stuck in the life I lived. Because everybody is responsible and accountable for their life situations as we speak. But people want to push blame. It's society. It's the school system. It's the government. And everything in your life you're accountable and responsible for. And that's something else that I've really expanded. When you desire to be accountable and responsible, you cut out all the third parties infecting your life with whatever you think it is. Because I heard a song, Coming Home Tonight, and it had something about drinking thinking, but really it's my thinking that gets me in trouble. Because I can overthink everything and then I embellish it to make it come out my way. And I stop expanding through my life. And that is a large expanding thing. It's an energizing energy when you start expanding through life because you detach from everything that you felt that scorns you in life. And I've been scorned, but the thing I understand most, I did all the scorning to myself because I had their life planned for them. They had to do it this way and exactly this way, then I'd feel hurt and left out. And that's the biggest fallacy I ever lived in my life. Because to expand, you listen. And as you expand in listening, you light the internal savvy, trend-setting, enterprising Newman energy. And Newman energy is a spiritual leader of your life. And it's the energy we feel of our own abilities is where we expand forward. How are we afraid to trust and understand and listen to other people and realizing my way may have not been the best way? See, I realize this about life now, my everyday life. It's either going to show me where I messed up or it's going to show me a path to expand. And when I think I'm closed down and I really think everything's going awry, I open up a new spry because I am being showed where my dead end is within myself. And that is something that I understand, because life is more interesting now when I expand to understand the life situations I encounter are good, bad, and indifferent. But if I look at them as bad, I stay the same and stay sad. But if I look at them as an enterprising energy, I find out that roadblock that I see in my physical path is actually within myself. And the more I know, the less I go. The more I understand, I unite new dreamer's energy, realizing savvy tenacity, appreciating the now, and daring myself to expand out of the now, expand out of yesterday. And if you pay attention to the way you talk and the way you do things, how do you do it the same way every day and have the same outcome? And how do you listen to people and try to fit in? You think people that in your circle of friends are really smart and wise, and you try to emulate them, but yet you have less results because their results are for them. Your results or outcomes are for you. And they're to be accomplished by your everyday experiences and allowing yourself to open up a new wave of wisdom. It's a curvaceous thing when you do that. Curvaceous is my word. It's calm, omnific opportunities today. But we're afraid of today more than anything, and we try to know today without realizing today's a new wave of wisdom that's going to enter my life or your life. But we really become stuck in the muck of trying to fit into everything we know. And especially in this age, if a computer says it, it has to be an absolute. Or if we read it in a book in the school system or the college system, especially Harvard and the Ivy League schools, anything that comes out of there, people think is gospel. But really what comes out of there is people that are trained by a society of bankers, and they want you to live their way. The wisdom of the world is in the everyday world. It's in the blue collar and the people that physically work with their hands every day because they're afraid to express it, because we've been dummied down and pushed down because some people just don't want to be doctors, lawyers, and everything. And I appreciate the people that do, but not everybody wants to be in that realm. Some people just want to work outside and enjoy life and enjoy it. Well, just because they don't have the college degree never makes it any difference. They understand what they're doing. And today's world, we're so educated and afraid of our common sense that we're stuck in history of college education. Have you ever met very many college professors that weren't kind of snootish? I never have. But I haven't met a lot of them either, and I'm sure there's some good ones out there. But how does the college education system follow the professors? And they think they teach their students that means they went to college, they're smarter than the other people. They are book smarter. But some people are just common sense, experienced, wiser. Experiences energize the wisdom. Books open the door, but it still takes the experiences, executed experiences, to expand through life. And that is something else that I really, really am opening up to. And it's about understanding that I have the abilities to attain the wealth I desire when I desire to listen and listen to the people that are going to expand me. It's like, would you want to listen to a college professor, or would you rather listen to Warren Buffett? I'd rather listen to the person that had the experiences and the experiences and done it in the real world. And that is the thing. The world is so virtual now, we're omitting the everyday world. If we can do it in the virtual realm, we're going to do it. But how much of it is really intrinsic cash flow and intrinsic to our daily life? That is a question I ask myself. So when I opened up to understand and stop knowing and stop relying on other people only as metaphors and tutors, I expand through life. But what is the inner celebration you desire to experience? Because when you celebrate here, you'll celebrate externally. So as I understand and stop trying to know things and realizing people enter my life to show me a better way or show me my shortcomings, I become more of an entertainer of my own dreams. And it isn't that we're afraid to feel the good of life, because if we can think it and it goes away, we say, well, it was supposed to go away. But when you feel it, it's an energy it's an uprising of utopia within yourself. You become a lion-hearted traveler of your own dreams. But how are we afraid to travel through life feeling that life is for me, and we think life is against me? I know I've done that one. And when I get into the pity me party, and I'm going to say everybody gets into the pity me party. Everybody can say they don't, but we all do. Even the gurus have a pity me day. But all a pity me day is maturing me, because something new is coming in, and something that I thought was an absolute is leaving. That's when them angst days come in, and you're just grumpy and you don't know why. That's when the new's coming and the old's leaving. And how are the people of the world, the leaders of the world, and we're afraid to lead on our own because people are going to laugh at us and ridicule us. And that is just part of life, because the leader when you're the leader, you only hear things that'll move you forward, because criticism is from somebody that wants you to fail. Instructive words are to expand you. And when the true teacher arrives, he'll never criticize you, but he's going to ask you a question that makes you go deep into yourself. And that is something that occurs in my life a lot. Because when I'm listening, I'm alive. When I'm thinking, I'm in the mundane. But what do I understand about today? When you're going through the turmoil of life, and it happens to everybody, it's what am I to understand here, and where's the wisdom to expand me in this situation? If you're always looking to expand, the situation never controls you. You're expanding through the situation. And that's an energized percipience or prowess, appreciating now, dancing with your new way of life. So as I look at this, and I opened up to this the other day, it brought me alive, and it realizes my thinking is sometimes where I'm stuck in life, because thinking is stuck to beliefs, viewpoints, opinions, and stuff that is from yesterday. And that is something that I really expanded into. A belief and a viewpoint and a view are all yesterday. So what would be the new view of life I desire to experience today? Because a view is a visionary epiphany, invigorating wisdom to expand through life. But it's to escalate the innate talents within us. And that's where that's where the rubber meets the road, because when you start trusting your innate talents, they're unique to you, but they're unique to you to expand the world. And that's when you understand you've arrived with your thriving temerity to dance with your life's outcomes. We used to have festivals in this world and everybody danced. Now, dancing is a thing, but it's not the waltz of life. Because to me, the waltz is the intimacy of dancing. And how are we afraid to be intimate with our own dreams, our own desires, and our own talents? We're always looking for somebody that we think is more talented, trying to emulate them. And that's when the fake and bake sets in, because it's really opening up a distrust of your own abilities. It's really being able to look in the mirror and say, I'm here. And it's to dance with yourself or myself. But how is that mirror the seer of my everyday stimulated, enterprising energy, realizing my life is to be experienced in a unique, debonair way? But I got all confused thinking I have to do what somebody else does. And that was that was where the pleasing other people sets in. When you're pleasing other people, the one you're leaving out is, well, in my life, it was me. So how are you leaving yourself out of your own life? And as I understand this, I unleash the new determination, energizing resolve, seeing today's adventurous new dreams or dares to be rare and to show my flair of feeling love, appreciating internal resplendence, to show my heart splendor and my soul savvy, to open me up to the world. Because what you can express to the world, you can experience. And if you express negative, you're going to get negative. But if you start expressing inspirational expressions, you're going to lighten up internally, and then you're going to become more involved in your own self. And that's where it really is, because we've been taught we have to have friends, we have to have everybody, but really they're all nice, but the friend you need in your life is you on the inside. You want to marry that person, dance with that person, that's in there, because the wisdom and everything you desire to expand through life with is in here. It's come through here and here, but it's being willing to see the world as an entertaining experience rather than, oh God, I got to do this today. How many does that? Pick me. I do. I don't do it very often anymore, because when I stopped thinking and started feeling inspirational expressions expand my life, it really becomes a new wave of wisdom. And one thing I'm going to open up and say to everybody, take all the not words out of your life. I'm not going to do that. I disallow myself from experiencing that. See the difference? You want to use disallow, disengage, something that breaks you away, and then you want to use unwords, unleash, unlock, unrestrained. You want to give freedom words. You want to liberate that inner self to feel the savvy, expand love, feeling the emotional energy of your dreamer's dare. But it's really that rancher's wit that's within you, because with the rancher's wit, you got to be willing to engage in a daily life, and you never know the outcome, but yet you're the herdsman of your herd, but you're also the herdsman of your life. Not the owner, but the herdsman. And see, we've been taught ever since we was young to be told what to do or tell people what to do, and let that go out of your life and see how your life expands. And that is something, when you stop being told what to do and question it within yourself on how do I expand through this, and understand that person, a person that is really dictative, they live in fear. People that can express themselves and make you feel good, them are the leaders and the people you want to expand through life with. And so it goes, I now realize those that think they are reactive to life events. People that understand life are proactive and expand through life extravaganzas as my life thrives of inner aliveness. And I am Robert A. Wilson. I want to thank everybody for being here. I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach, and a published author. and my website is mycowboywisdom.com. And my books are available at howdiditeachmyselffear.com and amazon.com/author/Robert A. Wilson. I want to say good night, and may everybody have a happy holiday season. And you are a blessing to me and the world. Thank you and good night.